BTS's eldest member, Jin, has been spotted leaving the headquarters of BigHit Music in Seoul, reigniting discussions about his next solo project while also raising concern among fans about his well-being. The sighting comes after weeks of near-total absence from the public eye, fueling speculation about both his artistic commitments and personal struggles. Eyewitnesses reported seeing Jin exit the BigHit building late in the evening, dressed simply and accompanied by staff. His presence at the office has led industry watchers to believe that he is currently in deep consultation over his upcoming solo activities, which may involve new music releases or collaborations following the success of his EPs Happy and Echo. Sources close to the agency suggested that Jin's meetings centered on long-term planning, with BigHit reportedly prioritizing his trajectory ahead of BTS's anticipated full-group comeback in 2026. However, the buzz around Jin's work has been accompanied by more troubling rumors. Some Korean media outlets have speculated that the idol is under immense pressure, with whispers of emotional strain circulating online. While there is no official confirmation, the lack of public appearances and his noticeable absence from social media have intensified speculation, with some fans fearing he may be struggling privately. Fans have responded with a mix of anticipation and concern. Many have celebrated the idea of Jin working on new projects, noting that his creativity and artistry have consistently set him apart as both a singer and songwriter. At the same time, hashtags such as #StayStrongJin and #WeLoveYouJin began trending across social platforms, as ARMYs voiced their hopes that the star is taking care of his mental and physical health amid heavy responsibilities. Cultural commentators argue that Jin's situation highlights the relentless expectations placed upon idols who transition from group activities to solo ventures. He carries not only the weight of his own career but also the responsibility of setting an example for the group's return, wrote Sports Chosen. Such pressure can easily lead to overwork and emotional fatigue. As of now, BigHit has not released a statement regarding Jin's current status, leaving fans and the public to rely on speculation. Whether the star is quietly preparing the next chapter of his solo career or taking much-needed time for himself, one thing remains certain: Jin's presence, both on and off stage, continues to draw global attention, and his well-being is now as much a concern as his artistry. International media outlets have quickly picked up on Jin's sudden reemergence at BigHit headquarters, framing the moment as both a sign of productivity and a troubling indicator of the immense expectations weighing on him. Billboard US noted that while Jin's absence from public spaces in recent weeks sparked anticipation about new music, it has also raised questions about how much pressure he faces as BTS's eldest member and the first to fully transition into solo activities after military service. Rolling Stone emphasized the symbolic weight Jin carries for BTS's future, describing him as the emotional anchor of the group, now navigating the delicate balance between global icon and individual artist. The article highlighted how Jin's solo career has already achieved remarkable milestones: platinum certifications in Japan, multiple luxury brand partnerships, and a sold-out world tour, but argued that his current workload may come at the cost of his personal well-being. In the UK, The Guardian ran a feature connecting Jin's rumored exhaustion with broader issues in K-pop's relentless pace. The cycle of promotion, performance, and constant fan expectation leaves little room for rest. Jin's absence from social platforms and limited public outings suggest a need for space, a need often denied in the idol system, the piece observed. Japanese media also weighed in, with Oricon News noting that Jin's silence has actually amplified public fascination. Every time he withdraws, attention multiplies, the outlet wrote. The more he hides, the more people chase. This paradox reflects the extraordinary pressure on his shoulders. Fans across global markets have interpreted the reports as a call to protect rather than to demand more from Jin. While ARMY in the US and Europe trended hashtags of solidarity, Korean and Japanese fans organized message campaigns urging BigHit to prioritize Jin's health above deadlines or commercial targets. Their message was clear: artistry cannot flourish without well-being. For now, Jin's walkout of BigHit's headquarters remains a powerful image, one that simultaneously symbolizes progress toward his next artistic chapter and underlines the vulnerability behind his polished public persona. The world may be waiting for his next masterpiece, but the louder question is now whether Jin himself is being given the time and care he deserves. In many ways, the whispers surrounding Jin's possible exhaustion and depression have transcended the individual. They have forced the industry and the public to confront an uncomfortable truth: the extraordinary triumphs of K-pop idols often come at a price too heavy to see. Jin's rumored struggle has become more than speculation. It has become a mirror reflecting the hidden cost of global superstardom. To millions of fans, Jin represents strength, warmth, and resilience. He is the hyung who steadies the group, the voice that reassures, the figure who carries himself with grace even under the brightest spotlight. Yet the recent rumors remind the world that even those who appear strongest can feel the deepest weight. His absence from social media, his quiet reappearance at BigHit, and the questions left unanswered are not merely anecdotes of celebrity. They are warnings about the fragility of human limits. For the industry, Jin's case could become a turning point. Cultural critics argue that if even someone as beloved and established as Jin is perceived to be vulnerable to burnout, agencies must rethink their approach to managing idols in an era where global expectations never pause. Success can no longer be measured by sales and streams alone, but by how artists are protected, nurtured, and sustained beyond the stage. And for ARMY, Jin's journey carries a dual meaning. His achievements prove his brilliance, but his rumored struggles emphasize the need for compassion. Fans are now more determined than ever to not only celebrate his victories, but also safeguard his well-being, insisting that no award, no project, no campaign is worth more than his health. As the doors of BigHit's office closed behind him that night, Jin may have been leaving another late meeting, plotting the next chapter of his solo career. But to the world watching, the moment captured something far greater, a reminder that even the brightest stars can flicker, that even legends need rest, and that true greatness lies not only in breaking records, but in surviving the weight of expectation with humanity intact. And the silence that follows. One question echoes across Seoul and beyond. Will Jin be allowed to shine on his own terms? Or will the demands of the system push him further into the shadows he has tried so hard to escape? As the rumors swirl, the silence from BigHit has only deepened the sense of unease. Industry insiders note that Jin's meetings at the company headquarters may indeed signal preparation for his next major project, but the absence of any official comment about his mental or physical condition has fueled speculation that the agency is deliberately keeping details under wraps. This silence has sparked a wider debate within the Korean entertainment industry. Media outlets have pointed out that the handling of Jin's situation could become a litmus test for how agencies balance commercial ambition and artist welfare in the post-military era of BTS. The fans have matured, wrote Yonhap News. They no longer demand only content. They demand protection. Ignoring this shift could be disastrous for BigHit. Global media have taken an even sharper angle. Variety questioned whether BigHit's reliance on Jin's solo momentum through luxury brand campaigns, arena tours, and music releases has inadvertently cornered him into a cycle of overwork. If Jin is both the symbol of resilience and the scapegoat of comparison, how long can this be sustained? The article asked. At the same time, fans across continents are escalating their response. Army unions in South Korea have begun drafting open letters addressed to HYB leadership, demanding transparency and explicit reassurances about Jin's well-being. In Europe, particularly in London and Paris, fan collectives are planning synchronized online protests to coincide with upcoming award show announcements. Meanwhile, in the United States, hashtags like #ProtectJin and #HealthOverAwards are gaining traction, signaling a shift in tone. Fans no longer want to simply celebrate his victories. They want to shield him from the crushing weight of expectations. The issue has now moved beyond fandom into the cultural mainstream. Commentators argue that Jin's rumored depression, whether confirmed or not, has forced the public to recognize the human toll behind K-pop's polished veneer. His absence from social media, once dismissed as a personal choice, is now interpreted as a cry for space in an industry that rarely grants it. Yet in all of this, one truth resonates clearly: Jin's influence remains undiminished. Even in silence, he dominates headlines. Even in absence, he commands loyalty. And even in vulnerability, he embodies strength. That paradox has become the very reason why his story matters, not just to ARMY, but to anyone watching how an artist navigates the razor's edge between global glory and personal survival.